Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Hey, you Real Nerd listeners. I am Ryan, and you are listening to the best movie podcast on the internet, the Real Nerds Podcast. Every week, we see a movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw The Fall Guy. Stay tuned where we will review the movie. Well, we'll tell you if we recommend the film or not, play the trailer, then spoil the movie. Movie news is also what we'll talk about and what we've been watching. And I'm always joined by my buddy, Brad. Brad, how are you?
I'm the co-host. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm super excited that we got accepted to Fan Expo, so I've just been cranking away on all of our stuff so I don't, end up like last year, the weekend of building the set.
Well, full disclosure, last year we finally unveiled it, and we've been sitting on this idea for a year. Because we last year, in case you're wondering, yes, we were named one of the top 10 things at Denver Fan Expo by Westward Magazine. In
a world of many things, we were one of the 10.
Yes. And actually it was pretty shocking. I didn't know we would, they didn't tell us that we were going to be on there. I
didn't know it was a thing they even rank.
Yeah, some con-goer told me about it when we were there. Yeah. And yeah, last year our booth was really cool. It was an homage to Blockbuster Video.
In the 90s.
And while we were in the 90s, correct. And while specifically 1993, and while we were sitting around, we were brainstorming an idea for this one. And I don't know who came up with it. I'm just going to say me because I'm a genius. We decided to do Pizza Hut.
I was like, hey, man, I'm feeling a little hungry. What kind of pizzas do they have back there? Brad, I got this idea.
Wait, did you just say pizza? But in a seriousness, I do think that you and I have kind of the same nostalgic glasses we look through. And Pizza Hut, when I was growing up and you were growing up, Brad, was a big part. No, I'm not even exaggerating. A big part of my life because we went to. I lived in Golden, you lived up in Genesee, but they used to have the Book It Club where you would read a book. And I forget how many books you had to read to get a free personal pan pizza. Was it 5 or something?
I think it's 5.
Yeah. And so you'd get a free personal pan pizza. Your mom would take you there. You could also buy 99-cent video cassettes of single episodes of Ninja Turtle cartoons. And it's just something that I really connected with when we brought up the idea. And I think you did too, Brad.
Yeah.
That's a lead in for you to talk about it.
I thought you were keep going on stuff. Pizza Hut in the 90s was like our, I don't know, Brown Palace, Casa Bonita. Like,
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that was the pinnacle of dining out for us. I don't know, geeks, nerds.
Yeah, but there's something about the way it smelled. There's some seasoning in Pizza Hut that is very distinct. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They back then they actually had a dining room, so yeah, all that wafted in there constantly. Whereas now it's just like a countertop that you get to go.
Yeah, I saw one that was a full service restaurant when I was in Montrose when I was coming back from Telluride Horror Show last year.
There's one I haven't been able to stop in yet, but there's one on Federal.
Is there really?
Yeah, south of 6th Avenue.
Huh.
Or is it Sheridan? One of the two.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's this. I got next time I'm in the area, I'm gonna stop in and check it out. But yeah, that's it's one. There's one really close to us.
So our idea is we're gonna recreate in our booth a 1990s Pizza Hut. If you're hearing this after the fact, you've already seen that we've posted the awesome logo you made on our socials. And I always know, Brad, when you make something that connects with people because it starts getting a lot of traction. Your logo you created has gotten a lot of traction from my friends and our listeners.
Nice.
So
that's good.
Good job with that. So when you come to our booth, we're still hammering out the details. Of course, we're going to have probably candy and prizes, and you'll be able to record on our show like every year. This year, the show's 4 days long, so you have more opportunities to hang out with us. And I'm excited. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the Pizza Hut smell. And then today I had an epiphany, Brad, and tell me what you think.
Okay.
So the con starts at 9:30 in the morning, so I won't be able to get pizza the day of the con. But I thought maybe I could get a few orders of the breadsticks, heat them up before we go to the con. And when we get there, I'll take them out and, people can eat them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll stay warm, given how long it takes to get to our booth from walking around. But
maybe I'll ask one of the pizza places in town if I can borrow one of their pizza
heat bags.
Yeah, because I would,
bags.
Before I come to the con, I would warm them up in the oven. And I know it's not going to be the same as if you get them fresh, but I kind of want the smell in there. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Here's the alternative, because I've also been researching this. There is a pizza perfume that we can spray on ourselves.
What?
It's $20. It's a cologne that we wear. It's supposed to smell like pizza.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I want to spray it on me, but I'm down to get it and smell it. And then if it smells right, then we can spray it around our booth.
I was hoping when I was looking around that there'd be like a Glade, like pizza air freshener that we could just like wisp in the background. But so far I haven't found that. But, there was a Pizza Hut branded perfume for some promotion a couple years ago that we missed. But yeah, there's this other one on Amazon that's just a cologne that's pizza scented that we can, it's like $20 or $25. Bit expensive if it sucks, but I think it'd be a good alternative.
Yeah, but I think if we bring like warm up pizza or breadsticks, if we do that for a little bit and they just sit in our booth, I'm pretty sure it'll smell like it.
I think we just have to like bring in one pizza at least, and then just to help some of your breadsticks and get the full effect. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So make sure you come by and say hi. This week, Brad, we saw The Fall Guy. Is it a movie you recommend?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I didn't think the story itself was that interesting. Like the mystery was like meh. I didn't really care too much about it, or didn't think it was like that surprising or interesting. But Ryan Gosling is super charming. The whole cast is charming. And it's just another one of those fun romantic comedy / action movie 4-quadrant things that they went all out on to try to bring in every possible audience. And the action is pretty good. So yeah, it's fun, but it's not something I'm gonna probably own on Blu-ray or anything.
I had a lot of fun with this movie. One, I love Emily Blunt, and I think she's fantastic in it. But it was also really fun. I mean, the mystery is whatever. I think that's kind of, a C plot. It's all about the relationship that Emily and Ryan have, and I think their chemistry is great. And the movie is really fun. And yeah, I think it's a perfect movie to go and just have a good time in. Here's a trailer for The Fall Guy.
That's me, Colt Sievers. And this is my hero's journey.
Can we just start from the top?
Okay, I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy. Trying to look cool in front of the director of this movie. That's her, who I just so happen to have a major crush on.
We need to keep it super profesh.
Cool. Trying to make out?
Nope.
Because I don't either. It's not what I'm into right now.
Making out?
Yeah.
What are you into?
Talking.
Yeah.
There's just one little wrinkle.
The star of the movie
Tom Ryder.
is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's gonna notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken. Tom?
Full disclosure, he has fallen in with some shady people.
Just checking in on you.
And they're not gonna like you sniffing around.
I'm just a stunt guy!
This is insane, man. Uh-huh. We got drugs, bad guys, and murder.
What's an ice crime?
Are you saying ice cream or ice crime?
Ice crime.
Okay, it's just with your accent, it's hard. I'm not reporting an ice cream.
Yes, no, I get that.
Okay.
This is an epic story. In cosmic proportions.
The bad guys are closing in.
We're gonna hide you.
Nope, we're gonna beat this shit out of him. I never forget a fist. I don't mean it like that.
Nothing like a good twist.
Who doesn't love a twist?
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head.
Stay alive.
No matter what. We're gonna beat the shit out of him.
I have a better idea.
You wanna die? Okay. Maniac. This stuntman's crazy.
We're gonna surround him.
And we beat the shit out of him. Shit. One last stunt. Going down in a blaze of glory.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.
So big.
Like we already alluded to, Fall Guy is Ryan Gosling. He plays Colt, and he is a stuntman. And he is the stuntman for the biggest star in Hollywood, who is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. I forget his character's name, which is kind of pathetic because I literally just saw the movie. Well, a couple days ago.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And Emily Blunt's character is a camera operator who wants a chance. She gets her chance to direct a film. And that film happens to be a movie called Metal Storm, which I kind of want to see. I'll be honest.
Actually, I did. That was the most interesting thing for me. It was like, I hope they make this movie real.
Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Tom Ryder. Emily Blunt, so she plays Jody, and she goes from being a camera operator and having a relationship with Colt on this movie. That Colt ends up getting a back injury on that takes him out of the game.
He
doesn't
breaks
want
his back.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to go back, but he is lured back by a woman named Gail, who is Hannah Waddingham, who's amazing in Ted Lasso, and she's really good in this too.
Yeah, she's a mega producer from Hollywood.
Correct. And so she tells Colt that Jody wants him on the movie because the other stuntman isn't there. So he goes there, and we find out that Jody did not want him there, that he was lured there by Gale, and they try to make the best of what's happening. And that's when the alternative motive for Gale comes in, that that Tom is missing and they need to find him. And then there's a mystery that involves his dead stuntman and what unravels from it. It's fun. Even I was laughing at some of like the silly stuff, all the sticky notes around Tom Ryder's apartment. The first one that Colt picked up said, "Why is Chinese chicken orange?" It made me laugh. It's stupid shit like that I love in movies. And yeah, like the action is really good in it. And I actually thought it did a really cool job of kind of paying tribute to stunt people.
Yeah, it is a really good tribute to like the stunt industry. I think there's even a comment in the middle of the movie where they're like, how many Oscars have stunt people won? Like, there's no Oscar for it. Or something like that.
Yeah, but there's, the action is super cool in it. That one scene where they're going downtown Sydney, Australia on the trash truck with the empty thing in the back was pretty fun. And then at the end of the movie, they're showing the behind the scenes on how they kind of pulled that stuff off. Remind me of a Jackie Chan movie, Except in the Jackie Chan movies, you always saw him get hurt.
I was super surprised because I was watching the movie thinking like, God, this looks like so CGI slick, modern action stuff. And then they roll the credits and you see all like the live action shooting and there's like, they actually did that. He's not just like green screened into the trash truck.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And I wonder if there's has something to do with how films are made now because it's all digital.
Yeah, I think something in their post process when they like color grade it and everything and make it look super slick. It just like looks fake.
Because I felt the same way, the one when they're fighting in the apartment and the one guy falls on the couch, the other guy hits the ground. And then you see it in the credits and they actually did it. And that dude hit the ground hard.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, some of those things I'm like, I know they have padding on, but come on. Like how do they not get super injured on all these?
And it just, I saw this at the Alamo and the Alamo played the trailer for Stunt Rock before it. And I said, hey, I saw that movie this week.
Another cool effect was how they'll be like showing you. It's also cool, like if you're a movie fan, to like you also get to like watch people on set actually work in better detail than most movies. But yeah, they'll show the rehearsal or whatever they're doing or the take, and then they'll start out with a polished, finished version of it, and then switch to what it really looks like. And I thought that was cool of a transition to do in scenes.
Yeah, and as I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, I said, I really enjoy this movie, and it's kind of cool to see just a fun movie. You know what I mean? There's no pretentiousness about it. It's literally, I wouldn't even call, because the trailers kind of portray Colt as a dumb stunt guy, and he's really not. He's actually really smart, and he is really charming, and he genuinely cares about people. So it was fun. And I was funny too. What I love sometimes when I see movies at Alamo is when the pre-show does a really good job of tying into the movie. And in the pre-show, they were showing behind the scenes of the Miami Vice stunt extravaganza at Universal Studios. And at the beginning, I said, "Oh, they're just showing it because it's stunts." And then it was actually a job Colt had.
Yep.
And I love at the end when he's driving the boat and he sees his opportunity to do the stunt that he did the whole time and people thought he was dead.
Yep.
And they played the Miami Vice theme song. I go, oh man.
Those
are the details I like.
They also karaoke'd the Phil Collins song that got big from Miami Vice.
Yeah. And fucking Emily Blunt, man. She can sing, she can dance, she can act, she's beautiful. Oh, fucking Jim Halpert.
Uh, yeah. There was one like part that I was like, I got super confused by when he's tripping on whatever he got slipped in the
Shirley Temple.
the Shirley Temple when he like finally finds the body in the bathtub, and then he shows up with the cops later, and the body's not there.
Hmm.
But later on, it's all over the news that there was a body there that they found. I was like, so did someone put a body back in the tub or what?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it. But I thought it was really funny. A little funny moment you reminded me is the drug dealer says, Colt asks him, he says, when is this going to stop? He said, when you see the unicorn, it's almost done. And then for the next like 10 minutes in the movie, there was always a unicorn around.
Yep.
Stuff like that I fucking love in movies.
I also like when he's talking to Tom Ryder, he's like tied up to the chair on the dock. And I forget what the exact exchange was, but like Colt says something like, but I'm supposed to die, right? Like, that was the plan. Like,
yeah.
It's such a good exchange of like, he's just kind of like, Tom's doing this monologue and then Cole's just casually like under his breath, like replying to these things
Yeah.
about how stupid this is. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's kind of a meta part because he's monologuing and, Colt is basically answering him while he's monologuing. It's just really fun. And well made. I think the movie is really well made. Just a fun time to go to the movies. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I also like the setup of they tricked Tom into doing the stunt with him.
Yeah.
To confess. And yeah, like that whole setup was pretty good.
Yeah, because even the stunt that they were doing there where he was driving through I guess, kind of a ravine. And him jumping out of the helicopter and landing on the air pad or whatever you call it. Seeing that at the end too, how they pulled it off was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes sense too. The David Leitch, who directed it, started as a stuntman and then directed, is it John Wick 3 or 2? One of the John Wicks.
Couple of them. And
maybe
one of the Deadpools, right?
Yeah. I think it's Deadpool 2. So that's cool too, that he kind of transitioned to that. But you would think, a stuntman probably would make a good director because they are in the nitty gritty of the filmmaking and you have to, know your mark and your place and all that stuff and where cameras are. So you probably would make a good director if you're,
a good action director.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think story is probably like the next thing he has to work on. Just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
some of that's the edit, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And did I mention that Emily Blunt is amazing? I don't know if I've.
She's in this movie? Oh, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know it. She's great in the movie, too. She really is. And I know I have a huge crush on her, but she is a really great actress. She really is.
Totally.
Because remember, the last thing she did was Oppenheimer. And then she did this. She literally can do anything.
What's up with the Academy giving Emma Stone the Oscar over her?
I know. I mean, it's hard to argue. Because Emma Stone is fucking brilliant in Poor Things. So,
yeah.
That's all I'll say about that. Cool. I was going to make our movie news of the week us returning to Fan Expo.
Cool.
So I don't think I have anything else. And I know they cast the Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, did they?
So, yeah, so they got a big bad as Galactus, which is pretty cool. Hopefully he shows up like he does in the comics, with a big purple and blue skirt thing.
No, he's not. He just needs to be like a floating cloud.
Oh,
that's
brilliant.
the way to do it.
Yes. Isn't that funny? In 2005, they thought that Galactus, as he appears in comics, is too stupid. So they made him a giant, like, fart cloud. Oh, cool.
I don't know. A nebula. It's just like a floating nebula. It just travels across the space. Perfect.
Yeah. Just make it cool. Just make him the big fucking monster dude that he is. I'd watch that. And I hope that's what they do. It's interesting that it's ramping up because, there's only one Marvel movie this year. So.
Yeah. I guess it's pretty much like a Celestial size thing.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. Cool. Hey, we watch stuff throughout the week in a segment I call What We've Been Watching.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Hey, before we get into it, why don't we hear what Corinne has been watching this week?
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime, where I tell you all about something cool I've been watching lately. This week I'm going to focus on The Bad Batch, because we had the series finale the other night, and I've been processing everything. I will not give any spoilers, because I do think that this is a series that I want people to watch, and if you know too much going in, it won't hit the same, so I will not be giving any spoilers for the finale or for the show in general, but I just want to say real quick that, man, I last summer I was like in the same situation with Ted Lasso, right? Where it was the show that I had been really invested in. I'd really grown to love these characters, and, you know, I had been watching the episodes like as they dropped and got really invested. And then the Ted Lasso series finale was disappointing, underwhelming. I was also just not in a great place personally at the time, so it really hit even harder that the finale didn't give me what I wanted, didn't go the way I thought it would, but also and it's like, yes, you know, like personally I was upset about that, but I was like, even objectively, I felt like this didn't go the way it should have. Like I felt like we were building up to, you know, this other resolution, this other conclusion, and then that didn't happen, and I don't know, it was just strange. Anyway, so I was a little afraid that The Bad Batch was going to do the same thing to me again this year, and again, I was like, probably got too invested in the show, to be honest, of, you know, waiting up every night, watching the new episodes, and getting really excited. And then it's building toward the finale, and I was like, oh my gosh, like anything could happen. You know, a lot of these characters don't pop up in like later movies or TV shows, so they don't necessarily have plot armor. So yeah, like anything could happen, and, you know, there's a lot of fun theorizing and everything going into the finale. I will say that there were a couple of tiny things, one kind of big thing that did not happen, and the one thing that I was kind of waiting for and it didn't happen, I'm like, looking back on it, I felt like I was kind of, a lot of us, not just me, but a lot of us were kind of being delusional about it, of like, well, you know, well, they might be able to still pull it out, and it's like, it's too late in the season. Like, if they were going to do it, they would have done it already. Again, don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. So as far as like overall, the show, The Bad Batch, I'm saying that season 3 is definitely my favorite, this most recent season. I think objectively it's also the best season. It feels weird to say, but it feels a little bit like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where, you know, that first season, kind of rough. Second season, well, I think it's different for The Bad Batch than it was for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but for both of them, I feel like that third season is the strongest, because all of those pieces that they've been building up in the first 2 seasons really come together so well. And you kind of start to see what they intended the show to be all along, and like how all these characters' arcs are paying off. So again, yeah, I think objectively season 3 is the best. But also it's my favorite, so maybe it's not quite so objective. I can understand why, if you happen to watch the first season, if it wasn't your thing, why you wouldn't have invested into season 2, because I do think season 2 is the weakest of the Bad Batch's season. It's the weakest season of the Bad Batch, I would say. There are some episodes I really, really love. Like, in general, I think that the ceiling for season 2 was just as high as it was for any of the other seasons. But unfortunately, I think the floor was a lot lower. And even just the average episode, I think, was just, like, you know, kind of a B-, C+ territory. Like, there are some episodes that I'm like A+, and then there are other episodes that I'm like D-. So, but at least for season 1, I felt like everything was consistently B+. And then for this third season, I think everything was A-, B+. There were a couple of episodes that I have gripes with, 2 kind of in the middle, and then 3 toward the end, that I'm like, I think we could have consolidated this and then like done something else along the way, but oh well. Overall, like, I understand why, like, if Star Wars isn't your thing, if you wouldn't have watched The Bad Batch, or, you know, the pilot episode is like 75 minutes. So I think if you couldn't get through the pilot episode, I don't know if you're going to want to watch the rest of the series. But I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan at all and you have not seen The Bad Batch, please give it a chance. As I said, like, season 1, I genuinely think season 1 is better than season 2. So if you can get through season 1, I think you can get through the rest of the show. The season 1 finale is fantastic. And again, I feel like it tells a cohesive story both within the season itself, but then once you see the larger narrative and how the show ends, it fits perfectly. So that's all I'm going to say. I really love these characters. I love their story. Excited to see them, you know, potentially in other spin-offs, prequels, sequels, whatever we might get down the way. I'm sure there's going to be like a comic or something, but yeah, it's a good time to be a Star Wars fan, I guess. I have not seen Tales of the Empire. Shoot, I haven't even seen Tales of the Jedi. And that was like, what, a year or two ago? I'll get around to it eventually, but I'm not like dying to see it. But yeah, The Bad Batch, it's gonna be a special show in my heart for I think a long time. That if I think they're gonna release everything on Blu-ray, I'll probably own it. Yeah, it's probably gonna be one of my top like American made shows, you know, up there with like Justice League and Avatar: The Last Airbender. So yeah, it'll be one of those shows that I'm sure like every year or two I'll go back and rewatch it, just like I have with Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, you know, where I always, you know, every couple of years I have like a phase where it's like, oh, I gotta rewatch Justice League or something. But, yeah, The Bad Batch, it's an amazing show. I felt like the finale was very satisfying for fans. I know some fans were disappointed again because things didn't work out the way we wanted to, but at least for me, I was fairly satisfied. So yeah, overall I'd give the show A-, B+. Again, it's, if you're a Star Wars fan, and especially if you're a fan of the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars era, I think you'll really appreciate it. So, alright nerds, I'll talk to you guys next time with something, hopefully not Star Wars related, but or maybe I will, because Derry and I are going to go see The Phantom Menace in theaters tomorrow, so maybe check in with you guys about that next time, or with something else to be determined. Alright, so take care and keep it real, nerds. Bye.
Cool, thanks, Corinne. So Ryan.
Brad, what'd you watch this week?
Let's see. I watched Conan the Destroyer. Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah, that one's okay.
Yeah, it is like the TV movie version of Conan.
I know,
compared to the
it's
original.
Weird because, you know, the first Conan is rated R. I think the one's rated PG.
Yeah,
and you can definitely tell.
He's got like a fun team of sidekicks. Olivia Diabo is some princess who has to go to another wizard's castle to get some jewel that's going to help Ursa from Superman 2 become powerful and be sacrificed. And Conan has like Bob the Goon from Batman 89 as his bumbling sidekick. And Grace Jones is a warrior that they free from a town that's like teasing her.
Yeah, I do remember Grace Jones in it.
Yeah. Who else?
So I actually have the 4K of this. I haven't watched it yet because I'm doing that thing where, you know, movies I own that I haven't seen. So I got the really cool Arrow set, what's called the Conan Chronicles.
Yeah, me too.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Although I wish I got them separately because I do like this single black box, but
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it was I gave it a shot thinking, because the last time I watched it, like I think I turned it off within like 15 minutes. It was like early 2000s when I got it on DVD in that 2-pack. So, but I saw this at the Esquire and I sat through it and I was like, okay, I was kind of right.
Yeah.
This is not
I wouldn't
Barbarian.
Say it's horrible, but it's definitely a few steps down from the Barbarian.
Yeah, like the action is not great, and the lighting and production design is pretty bright and I don't know, not terribly moody.
It doesn't fit the vibe of the universe that it's in.
There's a part where like in the wizard's castle, like there's a room full of mirrors, and then like the wizard guy appears in all the mirrors, and so Conan has to smash each of the mirrors to like find the one that actually has the real one in it. And it goes on for like, I think there's only 16 mirrors, and I think he smashes like twice that many. Is the editor just like, let's use every angle of this to draw it out because it wouldn't take that long to smash all of them. Yeah, pretty silly. I rewatched the Phantom Menace for the 25th. It was May the 4th, so I was like, you know what? I'll watch this again in the theater, whatever. And for like the first time ever watching it, I was like, this is fucking boring. like other than everything in between, like the first sequence and the pod race and then the Duel of the Fates, I was just like, oh my God. I just remembering my 18-year-old self being like, this is amazing. And now being like, shut up about the trade routes. And are we like, does Qui-Gon not know that Padme is Queen Amidala? Because he sure acts like she isn't. But I think he would know. And then, Palpatine being Sidious, like I feel like that's an obvious thing, but the movie didn't treat it like it. If like you're not a Star Wars fan, I'd be like, these two dudes look alike. Like, and also I don't know why Sidious like started this whole trade route, like attack Naboo. Like what? I don't understand how that gets him where he wants to be. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
But
like I said, it's the least good of the prequels.
Disagree. Still the best of the three, even as boring as it was.
No. We'll always disagree on that.
Always. Then, speaking of things that I wasn't able to stay awake through, Mars Express, which is like a French anime.
Oh my God.
Like it's technically, I guess, not anime, but it's like a French movie that looks like anime. I watched it, fell asleep through most of it. Not because it was boring. I just passed out. I woke up occasionally, and I went back the next day and tried it again. Because I have a Regal Pass, and that shit's free. And yeah, it was pretty good being able to actually understand what the hell was going on. So, there's like this, people live on Mars, and there's like a private investigator with a sidekick, and they go on missions to, solve cases. And one of them is that, this, robot goes rogue, and they have to track down why and why this girl's missing. And it's probably got some, like, the most interesting, like, character designs and production designs of a futuristic setting that I've seen in years. Like, everything is so creative. Like, her sidekick is a dude with a holographic head and a cyborg body, because he died like 5 years ago. And so they just transplanted his consciousness into it. There's like, in the very beginning, there's like a cat that I guess is a robot, and you just peel its skin off and wash the fur. And there's like just dozens of robots that wander through. There's like a robot rights thing going on in the background. Like basically everyone, there's like a big company that's trying to introduce organic robots into the society. So there's like this weird squid thing in a jar that talks like everybody, but it looks hideous. But it basically is a computer. So it's just like this glob, and like the new ear pods are like these squid with tentacle things that you wrap around your ear instead of like, machines. So, really creative stuff. Like interesting sci-fi thing. And then the last thing I watched was Tarot.
Hey, I saw it too.
Yeah. So let's transition to you.
So on Monday, my buddy, my kid had only like 3 hours at school because they were doing testing. So I picked him up, and I was going to take him to see Fall Guy with me, but he said he wanted to see Tarot because the creature's design or the concept was by this artist he likes called Trevor Henderson. He's the guy who does Siren Head and all this other shit. I don't even know. My kid likes it.
So he knows
So
that? Wow.
yeah, so I said, okay, well, if you like Siren Head and stuff, we can go see it. And so I'm watching it, and I go, the creatures are kind of cool, but my review on Letterboxd is stupid dialogue, stupid characters, monsters look cool, stupid lame PG-13 horror that isn't scary. Um, I, I was never like, there's no tension in the film for me. Um, the creatures look cool. Um, the magician part would be cool if the one girl, why did she jump into the box? Like, I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did you think about it?
I mean, I had a tough time in the second act because there was like a couple on it, like just whispering constantly through the back. So I kind of checked out during the magician part. But leading up to that, I kind of was like, ugh, I'm kind of over this already. Because there's like, I don't think this. It starts out with these like friends. They go to a house and they just,
and how much money do they have where they could Airbnb a mansion?
Yeah, the Airbnb a mansion, but then it has like a rundown like creepy oddities basement, and they just find the tarot cards, and the girl's like, I probably shouldn't. It's bad mojo for me to like read someone else's deck, but I'll do it anyway. Like,
yeah, fuck it.
And then I don't know why like it's cursed, or like why the girl, like there's only like these animations where it seems like she was tortured at some point, and so she cursed the deck. And
yeah, and the trope they really need to get rid of that's been really prevalent in horror movies lately is the old wise woman who knows everything.
Yeah.
And they go see this woman in the middle of the night. If that was real life and some punk kid showed up my door, tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
And how do they always find them on the internet? Anyways.
Yeah. So.
And then I didn't understand, the rules were stupid. The part with the fool I thought was really cool, how they were setting it up. But then the one kid just doesn't die because his other friend shows up.
Yeah.
I go, what? So you're not cursed because your other friend shows up? Okay, well, I guess the rest of this movie just doesn't matter then. Because even the boyfriend at the end, why the fuck didn't he die?
Yeah, the other thing too is like usually in these movies they kind of set up that like, yeah, the kids are a little shitty and they kind of deserve it to some extent. But I felt like all those kids were perfectly pleasant and like didn't deserve any of the horrible things like that happened to them.
It's just weird.
Yeah, like I couldn't get
just
into
PG-13 horror. That is whatever. My kid liked it, so I guess that's all that matters.
Also, like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like the book is called like Horror Astrology or something, and so I feel like they just like tied that to tarot because tarot was more like visually interesting. But like, wouldn't you make like if it was because a lot of this movie is about astrology and not tarot, and so you could do like a Taurus, like an evil bull, or a mean crab or something like that would make more visually.
I looked it up because my kid loves Trevor Henderson. The original name of this movie was Horror Scope, which makes more sense.
It was a book, yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, my kid liked it, and I was reading on Bloody Disgusting that it's a good gateway horror film, and I guess so. I mean, because if my 9-year-old kid thought it was creepy and it was cool, then I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, we're probably not the target audience for it. Like he probably is. So yeah.
Yeah, I always try, because I like horror movies so much, but I'm always disappointed. Yeah, I just watched a few other things. I did my 2 random movies, and I got Wild Things. Was the first one I got, which is that Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, Denise Richards, and Nev Campbell late 90s kind of erotic thriller thing. And it's a fun movie. I wouldn't say it's like a great movie. But I got the Arrow Deluxe Edition at Barnes & Noble when they had a half off sale. So it was $20 and it's beautifully made, and the Arrow has great special features on it. And it even comes with, I think the book is 100 pages about behind the scenes and interviews. And I mean, the movie's fun. It's one of those late 90s kind of thriller mystery movies. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I haven't. I mean, I've heard a lot about it, but yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty infamous for Denise Richards being naked in it. I watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 4K, and oh my god, it's beautiful. And it's a great movie, always will be. And after I saw Tarot, I dragged my kid to The Amazing Spider-Man in the theater, and it was fun. It was almost sold out, and people were laughing and having fun with the movie. And it's kind of cool to see those movies seem to have gotten new life after No Way Home, and people seem to appreciate them more now. So yeah, that's what I watched this week.
Cool.
Next week, we're seeing Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which, again, I think special effects look great. I'm kind of excited to see this one. I liked the the previous trilogy. I thought was really good. So I'm really excited to see that. Don't forget, you can see us at Fan Expo, July 3rd through the 6th, I think it is. And, yeah, we'll see you at the movies.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!